Hello and welcome to another video from 4vm.com. In this video, we're talking about the server details and the servers on which the S/4HANA appliance is installed and shipped. So very quickly, all our servers are rack servers. We stopped using desktop and the desktop servers a long time ago, primarily because of shipping. Rack servers are excellent. The way it's packaged, the way it's transportable, it's really good. We never had any rack server claims, insurance claims. We use tier one suppliers as much as possible, Dell, HP, IBM/Lenovo, because as you know, IBM sold its server business to Lenovo. And our tier two suppliers are Supermicro and Quanta. Again, we use tier two only if customer requests it. Supermicro makes some amazing servers, but obviously they don't have the support and warranty like Dell, HP/IBM does. So it's one of the advantages of tier one. And because we're using rack servers, obviously there's a lot of enterprise advantages built in. First one is IPMI, remote flexibility. You can manage and maintain your server remotely, and I'll show you. You can see how much power you're using, your storage capacity, your RAM capacity, CPU, everything remotely without going into BIOS. Even if you have to reboot, you have a console screen, KVM. It's called the iKVM. So remote flexibility is amazing. So all of these servers, Dell has the, I think it's called the iDRAC, HP has the iLO, and IBM has the iMMI. So these are the remote software that these guys use, and it's free with any server. It comes with any server. Redundancy is there, power supply redundancy is there. Again, our cheap servers don't come, or our base level servers don't come with dual power supply, but you can add a power supply just by paying between 100 to 250 bucks, depending on the server that you're using. Redundancy is built in to the server. You can add two power supplies. Storage redundancy is there depending on what RAID level you use. And all of this is built into that because it's a rack server, without adding any extra components to it. It comes by default. It's extremely stable. That's another thing. It's been tested, hardware has been tested, and if you use the software that it's meant for example, we use Server 2016 in all of our servers, and together they are very stable because it is the hardware is made for that operating system. And then the advantage is that it has a huge RAM capacity, RAM slot, and CPU count. Our Dell R830 server has 48 RAM slots and 4 CPU counts. Our base level has 2 CPU count and 12 RAM slots. It's easy and safe to ship. It's very good. We've never had a single insurance claim for server shipment, a rack server shipment, while we had multiple, at least 10-15% of our desktop shipments used to be insurance claim because it arrived damaged. So that's one of the biggest advantage. So here we're using the base level as an example. It's the System X, IBM System X X3530 M4. So this is one of the servers that I use. It's 192 gigs of RAM. And this is how it looks. If we use the 8 slot 2.5 inch, not the quad inch. We don't use 3.5 inch hard drives. We use SSDs for everything. So it would look like the first server on top. So here's a better idea. So we use the 8 hot swap drive base, and 2 or 3 would be occupied depending on configuration. So most probably 3, sometimes 2 will be occupied on configuration. 3 because some of our customers need a Windows front end. They want a Windows operating because they're not happy with Linux. We don't recommend that. But if it's a Linux operating system, it comes with 2 hard drives, and you can obviously add more if you want to backup. Just pop it in, it'll show up, and you're ready to use it. So very simple. Here is the description of what's there on the server. This is the front of your server. 2.5 inch hard drives. Power button is right there. Diagnostics. There's a status LEDs 1, 2, 3, 4. If some parts of your thing is not working, there's 2 USB ports. Video port directly in the front. If you want to attach a USB, but it can run headless, and you can connect to it by remote. And this is the back. Again, you can see dual power supplies, but ours only come with 1 power supply unless you buy an add-on power supply for another $100. You can again add it at your own cost down the road. There is 2 ports, and the other 2 ports will be enabled by us. We enable that by default. So you have 4 network ports, and it's very important that you connect at least 3 to it. If you connect 4, it'll be really stable. It has built-in load balancing because Hyper-V has virtual switches that will manage with failover and load balancing. So 4 USB ports, and it has a video port. So it's very good. It has a few PCI slots. Some of our servers by request come with, we add another 10 GB network adapter because customer requires a 10 GB network. So we add it on there. So these can be customized. So this is the inside of your server. As you can see, this is the the hot swap bays and the hard drives. You can see 6 fans in the front. There's 2 CPUs and 12 DIMMs. So 6 DIMMs per CPU, total of 119 if you use 16 GB slots, 192 gigs of RAM. And it has a built-in RAID card. Uh, and it has 2 power supplies. And going on, again, this is the this is an upgraded LightPath diagnostic tool. We don't use that. We use the first one that's on top. It looks like that. So if something's not working, it will tell you what's not working, system error, check log files, so on and so forth. On the upgraded version, you can pull it out and it'll tell you what's the error, CPU, mem, fan, whatever is the error. We try and use tier 1 SSDs, mainly Samsung enterprise level SSDs. And our SSDs are brand new. Every server we use, we don't use used SSDs or anything like that. We use brand new SSDs with high endurance and great warranty. Is one of the main reasons why we don't have any issues with returns and recalls and stuff like that. All our stuff is tier 1 and it's meant to last a long time. Some of our higher end servers has PCIe NVMe SSDs, and these are extremely fast and they're meant for 10, 15, 20 users. So if you have, or if you're planning to use so many users, I highly request that you upgrade it to a PCIe NVMe, which has massive amounts of I/O. So that's it, guys. That's a server. You'll be happy with this version. Um, doesn't matter how you go about it. These servers are built to last for a long time. Any questions, send us an email, sales@4vm.com. Thank you.